Good morning. Let me welcome everyone to our beautifully renovated Hutch Tech High School for this important press conference. I'd like to introduce some of the dignitaries that are here for the conference. First, Dr. Williams, Superintendent of Buffalo Public Schools. John Simpson, President of the University of Buffalo. I also have Mr. Kelvin Baxter here, who's helping out with the directorship of the Social Studies Department for the Buffalo Public Schools, and also Al Thompson, who is Deputy Commissioner of the Board of Elections. This morning we've also invited Mr. Bill Himes, one of my participation in government teachers, and his senior class to join us. And at this time I'd like to introduce Katie Biggie, who's going to get things started.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming. I especially want to thank the students and the faculty here at Hutchinson Central Technical Institute. The reason why we're here today is to express the importance of voting. You've all been a part of the kids voting program for years. And at age 18, you're now adults and you're able to vote. And that's the point of this event, is to encourage you to vote, to register you to vote for this historic election. We have, for the first time, an African American running for the presidency, as well as a female vice president candidate. And it's so important for you to voice your opinion. It's so important for you to cast your ballot. And especially with the voter registration event being today on September 11th, Patriot Day, it also underscores the importance of being an American and what casting your ballot in the democratic process truly means to you. So at age 18, I congratulate you, I encourage you to vote, and I really wish you all the best. I'd like to turn it over to President Simpson, President of the University of Buffalo, and he's going to talk to you more about voting.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here. I think what you're doing is very important. And I think you might also ask why I'm here. Why is the president of the university here talking to you about voting? There are a couple of reasons. The first is this. For a democracy to thrive and be healthy, you need an informed electorate. You need an educated electorate. You need people voting who know what they're voting for, are able to understand the issues, and cast their vote with thoughtfulness and with intelligence. University of Buffalo is a public university, and I think that as such, we have a responsibility to ensure that we do everything we can to encourage, support, and engage the electoral process, which means that it's very much in the University of Buffalo's interest, very consistent with our mission to participate in ensuring that we get as good a voter turnout of educated, forward-looking voters as possible. And that, in a nutshell, is why I'm here today and why the university has historically been involved in the kids voting program for a number of years. In fact, as I understand it, more than 500,000 school children, school adults now in Buffalo have gone through the kids voting program, and that this year, for the first time, there is 100% participation of the Buffalo Public Schools in the kids voting program. This is also, I think, a very historic election. It's historic for a number of reasons. First, there's a tremendous number of young people who will be voting in this, perhaps for the first time. You have a major voice in what happens with this election, with what happens to the future of the country, and it's in your interest to participate actively, engage yourselves, and enjoy the whole process. It really is a lot of fun. Secondly, it is an historic election because of the diversity of the Republican as well as the Democratic tickets. And more, I find that the conversation doesn't go to this person is that kind of person or whatever, but rather this candidate thinks this, that candidate thinks that. I think in many ways you are participating, especially if you're first-time voters, as most of you are, you're participating in a genuinely historic election. So enjoy this. Thanks for participating in this wonderful program, and I look forward to hearing the results on voting day. Thanks.
And I'd also like to introduce Dr. Williams, Superintendent of Buffalo Schools, to talk to you guys about the Buffalo School participation. Thank you.
Did you say President?
I did, actually.
President of the United States. You know, I'm very pleased to be here today at this beautiful school. This is a newly renovated Hutch Tech High School, a $40 million project under the leadership of our principal, Mr. Greco, and this fine staff here and those lovely youngsters that are in the audience. You know, when I pulled up a few minutes ago, they had a fire drill. And I just want to commend the students and the principal and the teachers and administration. It was unbelievable how quiet, how orderly, and how you all lined up like little elementary kids and you're in high school and participated. I just want to say I'm very proud of you. I had a chance to observe it. But you're also experiencing history this year. On June 3rd, Barack Obama received a nomination to represent the Democratic Party for President of the United States. That's history. And because the first African American to get to that part. And during that process, you had Senator Hillary Clinton, who was running against him. And during that 18-month process, there was a female and an African American that both received over 18 million votes. Then at the Republican convention, you saw a female, Governor Palin, who was selected to be on the ticket with Senator McCain. That's history. But the interesting thing, young people, that I want you to remember, you observe the history. 10 years from now, they will write about this, but it will not be written in the textbooks the way you observed it. You actually experienced it. Now, the importance of voting and registering is, regardless of your party affiliation, you will be voting in a historical election. And the key thing that you must remember, the president or the person that is elected will be successful based on a lot of issues, and you are one, because you're 18 now. Let's think 10 years from now. What will you be doing 10 years from now? And I'm talking about collectively. If we are high school graduates and we go on to college and become good citizens and contributing to the welfare of this country, those two men will be successful, whichever one win the election. But if you leave here and you become a statistic in the negative way, you will not help this country. In 1962, when I finished high school, gasoline was 25 cents a gallon. Now in 2008, it's $4. People were cheering a couple of weeks ago when gas dropped below $4. They were cheering. Milk, same price as gasoline. Now, 10 years from now, will you be in a position to deal with the economy if gas is $7, $8 a gallon? Will you? And the only thing that I can tell you to make sure you're in that position is to vote, be a part of the democratic process, be a part of the change that must exist in this country, and get a good education and become contributing citizens to the city of Buffalo as well as this country. You have to do those things in that order, because failure is not an option. So let's register. I think they have all the applications here, and I want to thank Dr. Simpson, the University of Buffalo. We have a great partnership with them, a P16 concept. And P16 is preschool through college, a great relationship. I want to thank Ms. Biggie for putting this all together and working with us. And we have 100% participation of the Buffalo Public School System. But remember, youngsters, on November the 4th, you must vote. But before that, you must register. Good luck to you, and we're counting on you, because if you are successful, Barbara Burns and all of them can retire, because we have to pay into the retirement to support them. But if you're not successful, you're going to hurt us also, because we won't be able to retire and have a quality life. So good luck to all of you. I'm so proud of every student in here and all the students here at the Hutch Tech High School. And those of you that's going to the university at Buffalo, I think over half of you told me you're going to the university. You had a chance to meet the president. That's important. So now you have a chance to vote for the president of these United States. Good luck to you, and thank you.